Hi everyone, how are you guys? Now I'm so excited because today is the day that we will have an interview with an amazing person. She's my friend, she's my colleague, she's nerd, she's geek, she sings, she is a salesperson, she's a marketing person, she wears so many hats, and besides that, she speaks like a native. I want to speak like that. You have to meet her. So let's get started. There we go! Scotty bot!
Hi! Hi everyone!
Yeah, it's so nice to have you here.
Nice to be here. My name is Scotty, also known as Scotty Bot. I work with Rodrigo Boni. We work in marketing together. I do a little bit of sales, a little bit of marketing, a little bit of everything. And yeah.
Yeah, she's
Do a lot of stuff.
She's the one that knows everything. Whenever someone needs help, she's the first person that they are looking for.
Yeah.
Tell me, for how long have you been here?
I have been here in Australia since 2013.
13?
So yeah, 2013, that means I've been here 6 years.
I think I graduated in 13.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a long time.
6 years now.
So, and let's tell me something. Before you coming here, did you know English?
Yes,
Yeah.
I did.
How good were you?
I was pretty good. I was
Pretty
pretty
good?
good since then. Yeah, yeah.
So,
Had a good upgrade. Had a good training since I was a kid. So,
and how did we start?
well, we have since we were children. We have English classes at school, but the main thing was I grew up with a family that wanted the kids to learn English very well. So since I was a child, like I was speaking somewhat English since I was a kid with my grandparents and stuff. So that's how I got started.
And I think there are a lot of people wondering, what's your hometown, your home country, where do you come from?
No one can ever guess. But,
Are you Chinese? Are you Japanese? No, just kidding. I
I'm
know
actually
you're
a little bit
national.
Chinese,
Oh,
but not.
serious?
Yeah, I am. No, I'm originally from Burma, also known as Myanmar, and born and raised there. Watched a lot of TV, got the accent and stuff. Yeah, full Asian.
And how about your own language?
I speak it.
I think I've never seen you speak.
You'll never
your
see me
language.
speak it because I don't have anybody else to speak it with. Honey.
All right, Scotty, let's go even deeper.
Oh.
Tell me, how was your childhood there?
Oh wow. I grew up in a family, well, we all lived together pretty much as an Asian family, like you all lived together at the same time. So I had my grandparents, my immediate siblings, and I had my cousins, and we all lived in the same house.
Wow.
Pretty much grew up with my cousins as well. So we did go to English school during summer. That also helped with grammar and everything like that for me.
How do they teach English at school?
At public school, we have English as a subject every year. They do teach you every day at school, but the thing is, like,
Every day?
yeah, every day.
Oh, that's so amazing.
We have every day, like, English class. There's like, I can't remember, but probably like an hour a day every single day, and we have our own textbooks and everything. No disrespect to the teachers, but the teachers themselves didn't have that great English.
Wow.
So it wasn't very effective for the kids. I was lucky because I had summer school, and my grandparents, like especially my grandmother, she would speak to me in English at home. So I would always be communicating with her. And like my grandmother, somehow she saw some sort of potential in me. So she would like literally out of nowhere.
You have a lot of potential.
She was like, out of nowhere, she'd just be like, write an essay now. I'm like, okay. And I just like start writing.
Yeah, 500 words, 5,000 words.
She'd just tell me to like do it out of nowhere, and I'll do it. And yeah, that's how I got trained pretty much. Because if I was only relying on public school system for English, it wouldn't have worked at all. After school, I come home and I'll just grab a little table in front of the TV, put the table down, do my homework as I'm watching TV, finish my homework, and after I finish homework, I put everything away and just keep watching TV, and that's how I did it.
Why English is important for you?
It was pretty much drilled into me since I was a child, like especially my grandparents. So back in Burma, like a long ass time ago, my grandparents, they grew up during the British colony while Burma was like still colonized by Britain. So their English was insane. They sounded British. Their accents sounded British.
Yeah,
So
and it's so different, their accent.
yeah, so because of that, my grandmother, like, she was very adamant about making sure that the grandkids learn English, speak English well, and she was just like, if you know English, you can go anywhere, you know. So that's what she did.
Exactly that.
Yeah, so she literally drilled that into me. So that's why I was, you know, I learned it. That's how we learned. Because she was just like, you gotta do it. Like, I'm like, alright. You know? So, and
why not?
And she was the boss of the house, so I'm like, alright, whatever you say. You know?
Yeah, and that comes to our next question.
Oh no.
Why did you decide to come to Australia?
Okay, since I was a child, maybe because of too much TV, I always wanted to...
Too much English in your brain, I think.
All the time. Because of that, I wanted to leave home. I never wanted to stay there. Probably since I was 7, at a very young age.
Wow,
I always wanted to, like, I
that's
want to go somewhere. I want to live somewhere
That's
else and not here.
Pretty tough decision.
Yeah, since I was young.
Gosh, 7
Well,
years.
let's say it was a dream. It was like something that I had in my head the whole time since I was a child. And as I got older, I was just like, I don't want to be here. I want to go elsewhere. I want to go the farthest away from Burma and like go somewhere else and never come back. Like that's the kind of thing that I was thinking about as a kid, you know.
So rough.
I know. Of course, I wanted to go to the U.S. and everything, but it was, you know, realistically speaking, it's not really that easy, and it's expensive. You know, everything just comes into play, and then I'm just like, the only way I can go anywhere to stay at least is to start uni somewhere, you know. So I thought about the U.S., but I'm just like, yeah, nah, it's like too hard. It's not to do that. Let's go somewhere else. Blah blah blah. Thinking about it, I was like, maybe Ireland. I actually thought about going to Ireland, but then I was like, at the time before I left, like before the major decision happened, my grandfather came into play. So he was getting a little too old, and I wanted to be still close, but not that close. So Australia is far, but not that far, and close, but not that close. So if I went to Ireland or Canada or whatever, it's too far away.
Mm-hmm.
So if anything happens or whatever, it'll be too hard for me to get back. But if I was in Australia, it's a little close enough to get back anytime.
I remember the very first time that I met you, I saw that you were American, and you were like that kind of angry American that is always swearing, you know?
Always swear. That's my life. But now I get a lot of that. Like everybody thinks I'm American when they meet me first time.
And how
All
about
the time.
And how about the culture? Was that a shock for you?
No, I don't know. I don't think I had any culture shock. Because mainly because I'm like too immersed in TV. Like I know pretty much everything.
Wow.
Except for maybe a few things. So like when I got in, like cool, cool, I'm here. All right, let's do this.
And how about the marketing stuff?
That was funny. That funny question, huh? Right. The thing is, I actually studied communication. So, another funny story how I got into communication is because I didn't want to do anything else. Process of elimination.
Wow.
So, I was like, all right, what do I study? I don't know. I don't want to study this. I don't want to study that. I don't want to do this, that, and and then at
Last
the end,
option?
last option, that. Right. All right, cool. I kind of like that, so let's do that. So that's how I ended up in communication, doing majoring in public relations and journalism. So that's how I got into, being good at like doing a lot of research.
And when was that?
2011. I started.
2011. Wow. And then you finish in 2013?
Yeah,
and then you came.
no, I came and did my final year here.
Wow, final year here.
In 2013, and I finished it at the end of the year.
Wow, fearless. I could have done that.
So yeah, that's how I ended up in communication. I had a minor subject in marketing, yeah, after uni, just trying to find jobs and stuff, and then I ended up landing a job in marketing.
And you actually do the tech stuff as well.
Yes, I do, because I learned on the job. Yay! That's why I'm like, that's why I'm still here and everything. Like, that's why I'm called Scotty Butt.
Yeah, so
I do literally everything.
So yeah, you know practically every end
Yeah.
of the whole process.
Yeah, it's good for learning,
And
It's good for my resume.
yeah, and you also work at the sales side, right?
Yep. Started doing the sales side since last year. So I've been doing sales for over a year now.
Wow. So yeah, I think one thing that is quite hard for marketing, they plan too much. There are a lot of analysis, but not hands-on experience.
Mm-hmm.
And how about the tech stuff? How did you learn?
Tech stuff, it was all thanks to work actually. Like when I started in marketing side, I was just doing content, content, social media, things like that, normal, marketing stuff. But then because we developed a lot of websites and everything, I got into testing, and I was really good at testing.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm. Really good at finding bugs.
Yeah, you find bugs everywhere.
All the time.
Yeah.
I find bugs.
Love and hate.
I break websites. They're like, normally every other time it used to be
worst
like,
nightmare for developers.
Yep, exactly. They hate me.
Yeah.
So that's how it started. So really good at breaking stuff. And then after that, one of the developers that I used to work with started to teach me. Started with reading source code.
Dark side.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh,
Like
to the Matrix.
I literally the first thing I started doing was reading source code, comparing source code.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and I'm like, what? And I'm like, all right, let's do this.
I'll send my codes for you as well.
Yeah, there you go.
If you like to read.
I haven't read code in a while, man. But yeah, that's how it started.
Would you like to learn even more,
Yes.
or is there any specific part or any specific subject?
I know that I want to learn more of, especially even the basics. Like I know some of it, but not all of the basics at the same time. So I would love to write actual functions in Java.
Any language, or do you have any preference, or you just want to do?
Just want to do.
Yeah, you just want to code, right?
Just want to code.
And how about database?
Database, I'm not very good at it with databases, but I can definitely,
They are so cool. They are the heart of of
I know
our
how
companies.
to use it. I know how to use it somewhat, but throw me in, show me some commands, and I can probably run it.
Yeah, I know you are a fast learner. Yeah, you are addicted to this kind of stuff. All right. So, speaking about nerd stuff, I think you have something pretty nice to share to everyone.
It's not like a nice thing to say.
You told me that it's pretty nice because you love that
I'm
series.
obsessed.
I think I'm going to watch that series just because you mentioned
You
that.
must.
Well, let's wait for her to convince us, right? She needs to convince you, convince me, convince you guys. Yeah, all right. Okay,
Well,
bring it on. Tell me.
Well, it's a little show
Well.
called. It's a little show called The IT Crowd. Well, I stumbled on it actually back in Burma. I stumbled on it one day while I was just flipping around. It was hilarious, and I'm like, this is a good show. I didn't realize I didn't know about the name at the time even. I was just like, oh, it's a cool show, you know, like it's really funny, I love it, right? And just like went about my life again. And then later on, I stumbled on another episode of the show. I found out what the name was. I tried to Google it, and I started watching it. And I never stopped. Do you know how much I love it? Do you know how much I love it? I have a tattoo of it. Here, this is the tattoo from episode 2 of season 1.
Gosh, I thought that it was your language.
No, it's a tattoo. It's a tattoo of the emergency phone number.
All right, and that's another series, right?
No, it isn't.
No,
This is
just
something
kidding. All right. Any other TV show that you are watching?
Right now?
Yeah.
Well, I watch a lot of shows.
How about Black Mirror?
Oh, love.
Yeah, I know. You like this kind
Oh
of
my
stuff.
god.
All right.
Yeah, I love those weird stuff.
Which one
Okay.
is the best one for you?
Oh, we have a new interviewer here.
I know, right? She's just hiding behind the curtains.
Where is the voice? Where is the voice? Let me see. Get from here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Where are you? Who are you?
I just got excited to know.
Why your voice?
I like it.
Why your voice is so sweet? Tell me.
Okay.
Tell me.
Move on.
Okay.
I'm gonna stop.
Yeah. Okay. No, don't stop. I'm going to put a light on the
Somewhere.
sky. Yeah, somewhere.
Some animation.
Yeah. Top 5. Okay.
Okay. Obviously, IT Crowd.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Firefly.
Ah no, this one.
Why?
Ah no, just kidding.
Come
But,
on. Firefly, another show that got canceled and then came back with a movie, by the way. That's Firefly. Who else do I love?
Okay, it seems that it's just 2. Okay, can I put Black Mirror?
Yeah, why not do it? 'Cause it's weird.
Yeah, because it seems that
'Cause it's a
it's
weird
being
good
pretty
show.
hard to put 5 here.
Next one, Buffy.
Buffy.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Buffy.
Ah, that one.
Do you know?
Yeah, I know that.
Love
Okay.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
So you just have one slot.
Oh,
One more.
what else? No, not gonna say Breaking Bad.
Okay, let me see.
I do
what-
like it. I actually like Better Call Saul more than Breaking Bad.
Okay.
Oh no!
Uh,
Got it.
What does it mean that?
RuPaul's Drag Race.
What?
It's the best show ever.
What?
RuPaul's Drag Race.
Mm,
It's actually on right now. Like I have to watch it when I get home.
gosh.
RuPaul's Drag Race.
All right, so you have your
is-
top 5.
Oh no, I want to add more.
All right, everyone. So now the whole crew is here.
We're all here.
Yeah, welcome back, honey.
Welcome back.
I miss you. All right, so we are almost finishing our interview. So I would ask you, Scotty.
Yes.
Do you have any piece of advice for someone that is coming to Australia or wish to learn the language or feel, well, maybe lack of confidence because it's quite challenging?
It is. It is. I guess the main thing to do if you want to either come to Australia or learn English is to just immerse yourself in it. You know. So like, don't just if you come here on your own. Try to mingle with the natives as much as you can. So, like, practice makes perfect with English. So it's better to just keep talking to everybody, even though you don't know much English. It's still fine. Like they're not gonna judge. You know, everybody comes here all the time. So they're just gonna be like, oh, you don't know much English? It's fine. Let's just talk and do stuff, and then let's hang out and we'll be friends.
Yeah, and
That's it. Like, you know. Just, I know that it may be challenging at first. It may be a little bit difficult. And if you're introverted or anything like that, it'll be a little bit difficult. But basically, at the end of the day, like, if you want to learn, you have to, you know, put in that work. So,
Yeah, exactly.
and, you know, if you find a good friend, even if you are introverted, they'll always, you know, help you out.
Yeah. Yeah.
You learn as you go.
Yeah, of course.
And
You
you
do.
you learn by using it.
Yeah.
There's no other way. You have
Practice
to.
makes perfect. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
How people can find you?
Well,
Just go to any bar.
yeah,
You
you can find me at a local bar
might-
near you.
You might find her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
on top of everything else, I drink a lot, so that's fun. But yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm also fun, so
Yeah, if you want to be friends with her, just talk
buy
about.
me a drink.
Okay.
Or talk about IT crowd and you're
Yeah.
like, you got my attention.
Pretty direct, yeah.
Thank you so much, Scotty, to come here with us.
Thank you for having me.
Share your
Thank you for having
journey
me.
in Australia and
If you like this video, don't forget to leave your like, subscribe to the channel, click here below the video, share in Facebook, Instagram, whatever the social media you have, help us out, and then we can bring much more content for you. Subscribe. Yeah, that's it. And if you like interviews like that, or if you want to see Scotty here once again, leave
More
a
nerd.
yeah, leave a comment below. And if you have a specific question, you can leave there as well. All right. So
I'll help answer
we'll make sure that we'll bring much more content and more wonderful people like you, Scotty. All right.
yeah.
So thanks everybody.
Thanks. Bye.
I hope to see you soon.
See you.
Bye.